What is up, you guys? My name is Breyonna, and today we are going to be testing out the brand new Kaleidos Makeup Fresh Fantasy Collection. And they sent it over in this massive like suitcase kind of thing, and I just love the design of the packaging. Like, it's so pretty. So with this collection, they launched two different eyeshadow palettes. This first one is like in a pink, kind of like salmon colored packaging, and it is called Sashimi City. Ooh, I need to make sure I don't get these like plastic things incorrectly laid down, but this is the color story of it. And this one's actually very light in tone. I'm actually surprised with how light it is, but man, like this shimmer right here, oh, she's pretty. And then the other eyeshadow palette in this collection is called Lunar Lavender. And this one looks like my kind of palette. Like I just love purples so much. And this like duochrome shade that goes like blue to purple, she's so pretty in the pan. But I will say, is it me or does this not really seem like a fall collection? Like, I'm actually surprised that they launched it right now because this one definitely screams spring to me. They also sent me 3 of the new face palettes, which are kind of like a highlight and contour kind of palette. And also this Lucid Lip Gloss. This one's in the shade Dramatize. And it's kind of like a fiery orangey red. Let's see if my camera will focus. I don't know if you guys can see the colors of it. And then the last thing that they sent over was this little hair bow. And it kind of is like one of those ones you put on a ponytail. I'm going to keep it real. I don't wear stuff like this, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But maybe it'll be really cute for a Halloween costume. I just don't know what kind of Halloween costume I would use it for. So the first thing that we are going to be doing is, of course, priming our eyelids. And I'm just going to go in with my Anastasia eye primer. I'm doing like maybe like a pea size on the back of my hand, you know, something along those lines. And then I'm just going to apply it using this big old fluffy brush from Sigma. And I'm really like pressing it in. And this brush is called a E50 Large Fluff. You know, we're going to go in with the Lunar Lavender palette today because I just love the color story of this palette so much. It's really stunning in person. But I really want to go in with this kind of like lightest purple shade in the palette called Wisteria first. I'm just going to be taking it in my crease in the inner third of my eye. And I'm just using this BH Cosmetics number 6 brush out of the Lavender Luxe set. And as you can see, I'm like putting the color into my crease and then afterwards doing these like little circular motions to help blend it upwards towards my brow. And I'm just going to go in with a second layer. That is definitely a Wisteria color though. But it's actually really stunning. You just don't see shades of purple like this all that much. It's blending out really nice too. Like, it is giving me absolutely no issues. Like, sometimes lighter pastel purples, they can just kind of like blend out funky and give a lot of harsh lines. But this one looks really nice and smooth. I had to put my hair up because it's just so hot in my beauty room right now. Like, the weather just cannot decide if it wants to be cold or hot, and it is so frustrating. But the next shade I want to go in with is this kind of like deepest purple shade in the palette called Midnight Flora. I'm just going to be taking it on this brush from Luna Magic. I've never used their brushes before, but I'm just going to be applying it into my crease in the center third of my eye. You know, that's actually a really nice purple right away. Like, you don't even have to build it up. That adds so much pigment to it. And I'm just, again, like pushing it into my crease and then doing these little circular motions to blend it upwards. And I'm also slightly blending it into Wisteria, just with whatever's left on my brush. Kind of doing like these little back and forth motions. Because I do want like that light to dark gradient in the crease. I think that's going to be really pretty. Dang, like you just don't even have to build it up if you don't want to. I mean, like, look at this. I'll show you guys on my other eye too. But do you see that pigment? It's just really a nice shadow. So once you have that blended out where you want it to be, I'm going to go in with this cool tone brown in the palette called Crater Grove. And I'm just going to be using this shade on the outer third of my eye. And I'm just going in with this brush from BH Cosmetics out of the Lavender Luxe. It is a number 7. And I'm just kind of like popping it right next to that purple. I'm just going to go in with another layer because it's really, really pigmented. It's almost like tricky to blend out for some reason. I don't know, I just can't get it to like push out. I don't know, it's just like grabbing funny next to the purple. And I'm like packing it on in this like outer third too, even on the lid. You see what I mean though? Like, it kind of looks a little chunky, like right in here. Like, it's not terrible, it's just not really where I want it to be per se. I'm also kind of using whatever's left on my brush and flicking it into Midnight Flora. It's not where I want it to be though. And also, it's applying a lot more like chocolatey than it looks in the pan. Because in the pan, it looks like a really nice cool tone brown, but once applied, it does have a little bit of warmth to it. So I'm just going to go back in with that brush that we applied Midnight Flora with and kind of like going back and forth on that harsh line. If it looks funky on the top, don't worry about it. We can fix that really easily. I'm just making sure that the blend's nice. So I kind of like finesse that brown into the purple, and I think it's looking good, but now I have this problem where I have this really kind of like chunky line underneath my brow, and we need to get rid of it. So I'm going to go in with that face palette out of the collection. This one is the Charisma Contour Palette, and this is the light toned, the lightest one available. And I'm going to go in with this matte, lighter, kind of like highlight shade. And I'm just going to take it on this kind of like flat shader brush from Luna Magic. And I'm just going to run it right underneath my brow, doing these back and forth motions. Just ever so slightly. And this will help kind of diffuse that harsh line. This is a trick I really like to do when I overblend my edges a little bit. So I kind of want to do a little bit more of like a softer look today, and I'm just going to skip on doing a cut crease, and instead we're just going to go right in with this beautiful duochrome, and this one is called Moonroof. This is the shade that I am the most excited for, and I'm just going to be taking it on this dampened little shader brush. Oh yeah, like that shade though, like that is so pretty. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit more. I'm going to warn you, this eyeshadow is really like crumbly in the pan. Like it gets everywhere. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but I barely like put my brush into the pan. And I don't know if you can see this, but it just like crumbles out, which is unfortunate because you're going to get a lot of fallout with this shade. But honestly, even though you do get a lot, I mean, the effect it gives on the eye, so worth it. I just wish it didn't crumble so bad, because it's literally made a mess like all over my table right here. So just keep that in mind if you do use this shade, that it is going to make a little bit of a mess. Like you'll definitely want to do your eyes before your face with it. But again, like it is just absolutely stunning. I mean, like seriously, like look at that shift. It goes like from a kind of like lilac to a blue. And it almost has like this little hint of teal to it too. Absolutely stunning. And to help soften the edge of the shimmer, I'm just going to go in with a little bit more of that dark brown that we used. And I'm kind of like tapping it right on that edge. And I'm just using this brush from Profusion. It's like a pinch blending brush. I'm just taking that flat side and pressing it in. Actually, this brush is a firm blending eyeshadow in ES2. But off camera, I'm just gonna get rid of this fallout situation because, girl, like that shimmer shade like got everywhere. Like it literally crumbled like all on my cheeks. So I'm just saying, like, you definitely want to do your eyes before your face with this palette because trust me, it's gonna get everywhere. And I'm also going to apply my foundation and stuff like that. So here's where I'm at right now after applying my foundation and, you know, stuff like that. And man, I look so flat right now. Like I have like no definition. And I feel like I look like Casper the Ghost too. But I do want to try out these little face palettes from Kaleidos that launched with this collection. They are called the Charisma Contour Palette. And with this collection, they launched 3 different shades. So we have Cool and Light, we have Warm and Medium, and then we have Warm and Deep. So with these palettes, you do get a really nice mirror, and then they come with 3 shades. So the first one is a matte highlight, then we get this one called Shade, which I believe is like for lighter contour, you know, like your nose and underneath your lips. And then we have this deeper contour shade called Chisel. So here is the version called Light and Cool, and this is the one I'm going to be using today. And then this is the one called Warm and Medium, and you know what, I just noticed, I don't think there's much of a difference between these two. So here is the Cool Light and Warm Medium. Do you guys see much of a difference? Because I really do not. Like I was actually expecting it to be a little bit darker for the medium one. And then the last one out of this collection is Warm and Deep for deeper skin tones. So personally, I don't use a matte highlighter. I just find it looks really dry underneath my eyes. So instead, I'm going to go in with this kind of like middle shade called Shade. And I'm just going to be going in with this brush from Luna Magic. It's kind of like an angle brush. I've never seen anything like it before. And I'm just going to be taking this on the sides of my nose, and holy shit. And I'm just going on the sides of my nose. Personally, I'm not somebody that likes a really like chiseled face, especially on my nose. I know a lot of people like to go really in. Like, I want a little bit of definition, but I don't like that super pinched look on me. I think it looks kind of strange. It kind of makes my face almost look a little bit rounder. So I'm just going just on the natural sides. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender that I used when I was doing my foundation, and I'm just kind of like tapping out the edges, just so it's not so harsh, because I kind of went in a little bit too much on this side. You know, though, I actually really like the color. Like, it is actually cool tone, because a lot of times things will say it's a contour powder or like for contour, and then it turns out to be really warm and it looks like bronzer. But this is definitely very, very cool toned. So I'm just going to go in with that chisel shade now, and I'm just going to go in with this brush from Sigma. It is a large angled contour in F40, and I'm just going to be applying it into my cheekbones. It's actually a really nice shade. I just wish that the pan sizes were a little bit larger on this, because depending on the brush that you use, you're gonna hit into the next one over. Especially with those two kind of like smaller ones. You see what I mean? Like, they're kind of on the smaller side. So I just wish that they were a little bit bigger. Especially with it being a face palette. Because I feel like I would hit pan on this very quickly, especially if I used it every single day. That's actually a really nice shade, and it's blending out. It doesn't look patchy or uneven. And it's also very cool tone, but it doesn't look like Casper the Ghost, you know, like dead. It does have like a slight warmth to it, just like a little bit. And it definitely has like a medium buildable formula to it, so it's not like super pigmented when you first apply it. You can definitely build it up to the intensity that you want it to be, which I definitely prefer. Because I hate like blushes and contour products that are like way too pigmented. Because if you apply too much, they are so hard to correct. Where this one is very forgiving. So let's work on the lower lash line. And I'm first going to go in with Midnight Flora, that darker purple that we used earlier. I'm just going to start smoking this right underneath the lower lash line. And I'm going about halfway from the outer edge to the middle. And when I'm doing this, I'm doing back and forth motions. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Wisteria and then do the inner half. Again, doing back and forth motions. And when I get to Midnight Flora, I'm just overlapping. And now we're going to be doing my absolute favorite part, which is the inner corner highlight. And I'm just going to go in with this other shimmer shade called Dreamscape. And I'm just going to be packing this super, super heavy into my inner corner. And I'm using this brush from Lavish. It is a pencil brush. On first initial application, it isn't like super shimmery right away, and my brush is dampened. Let's see if I do another layer if it's going to get sparkly. Yeah, I was expecting this to be a lot more shimmery and intense. Like, it's cute, but not like where I want my inner corners. I got like an eye boogie everywhere. But I don't know. I was expecting it to be a lot more like pow in your face, especially after using Moonroof. Like, I mean, again, like, it's cute. It just doesn't have a lot of shine to it, and it doesn't have a lot of glitter. I'm just going to do another layer and, like, really, like, pack it in there, because I want to see if we can get it blinding, because I love a good blinding inner corner highlight. Yeah, it seems like if you do a couple more layers, you can get it a little bit more intense, but it definitely isn't, like, super, super glittery like Moonroof was. It's kind of like a basic shimmer, in my opinion. And last but not least, let's use the last portion of this collection, which is the Lucid Lip, which is a lip gloss in the shade Dramatize. Man, they could have done like a glittery like lavender with baby pink, and that would have fit this collection so well. So I'm actually surprised that they did want this color. Yeah, that is definitely like an orangey red. I do like the applicator though. I mean, it's cute. It just, I don't know. It kind of feels like a basic gloss. It just kind of looks a little bit basic, and I don't really see a lot of shimmer in it either. Because I mean, like, in the bottle itself, like, it looks super sparkly. Like, it looks like it's going to be like a really like packed full glitter gloss. But when it's applied, it definitely has like barely like any shimmer to it. So here's a finished look using the collection, and I gotta say overall I really do like how this look turned out. I think it's really pretty, and I also just really like this little lavender moment that we have going on. But let's talk about the items that we used today from the collection, because girl, there is a lot we need to talk about. So first of all, let's go over the eyeshadow palette, and before we jump into the formula, I do want to talk about the packaging. It's just really unique and really different. Like, I just love how it looks, and even the color story of this palette is just really different. I don't think I've ever seen a color story like this before. Like, to me, this palette definitely screams spring and not fall to me. I don't know if you feel like that too, but let's talk about the formula because there's a lot I want to talk about. So first of all, you know, let's just kind of go by shades. So this first one, this kind of like cooler tone brown, that is called Crater Grove. Now that one to me is really pigmented, but it is a little bit tricky to work with and blend out into other colors. Like when you apply it, it's super intense right away, but getting a really good blend into other colors is a whole other thing. Like you definitely have to do that like packing and kind of like buffing the edge kind of deal. Otherwise it does look a little bit chunky monkey. However, this shade called Wisteria and Midnight Floral, they are very pigmented, very easy to work with, and very beginner friendly. But I will say applied, I don't really see much of a difference between Wisteria and Midnight Floral. Like they kind of look almost identical. Like Wisteria is just like a tiny bit lighter, but honestly, I don't really see much of a difference. I don't know if you guys can either. So let's talk about the Shimmers and Dreamscape. She's pretty in the pan, but when applied, she's kind of a little meh to me. Like there isn't a lot going on with it. Like it's a nice shimmer, but again, it's a really basic shimmer. There's not a lot of shine and pizzazz with it. So if you like basic shimmers, you'll probably like how this one looks, but for me, I wish it was just a little bit more blinding and a little bit more extra, especially since we have this one in the palette called Moonroof, and this one is where I wish that the other one was, because it just has a lot of shine, a lot of dimension. It looks really cool and really different. I mean, seriously, like look how Moonroof looks though. She is beautiful, blinding, glittery, just an absolutely stunning formula. And honestly, if you're somebody that is into purple eyeshadow and you love extra shimmers, you're gonna fall in love with that shade. As for the face palette that we used, I actually really like this and I love the tones of it. I didn't find it too cool tone nor too warm. It was like right in the middle where I want my contour palettes to be. And also what I really enjoyed about it was the medium buildable formula, because I hate super pigmented face products. I find them really hard to work with and super annoying if you apply too much. And this one gave me absolutely no issues. It wasn't too pigmented. It wasn't hard to work with or blend out. It just has a really nice formula. The only thing I would change about this palette is that I really wish that the two kind of like smaller pans were larger, because I feel like I'm going to hit pan on those very quickly, especially with this being a face palette. To me, the medium palette just looks like it's geared towards more like fair skin tones, which is super frustrating because there's only 3 face palettes in this collection. As for the Lucid Lip, it feels really comfortable and it does have a lot of shine to it, but honestly, it doesn't have sparkle like it does in the tube, and also it just kind of feels like a basic formula. Like I feel like you could go to the drugstore and get something very similar for a fraction of the price. So would I recommend this collection to you guys? And honestly, I'm just kind of a little bit meh about it. Like I don't think it's like a wow collection, nor do I think it's bad. It's just kind of in the middle. Like again, like the eyeshadow palette isn't bad. It's just not as exciting as I thought it was going to be after I used it. So like again, like the only shade that gave me any problems was that matte brown shade. The other ones were really actually nice to apply and they didn't give me any issues. It's just, I don't know, like those 2 matte purple shades, they look near identical when applied, and also that Dreamscape shade, that lighter shimmer shade, had really just no wow factor to it. And honestly, I really enjoyed the face palette. I love the formula and I love how it looks on the skin. The only thing I hate about it is that there really isn't much of a shade range. Like I can wear the medium version, which I should not be able to wear, especially with there only being 3 face palettes. So I'm just very frustrated with that. But again, if you're wanting these and you're wanting to try them, the formula is amazing. But yeah, so in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this collection and which products that you're really interested in. I would love to hear your thoughts. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @BreyonnaFaye. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!